Jan, can you try? Okay, you can use your smartphone, whatever. Okay, Fian is here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so uh, will, will you introduce yourself, Felicity and Tom?
Yes, absolutely happy to go first. So, hello everyone, my name is Tom Ford. I'm very happy to be speaking with you all. And for the past 9 months now, Felicity and myself have been living in Hanoi teaching English at a primary school, primary public school. And prior to that, we took a bit of a career break and spent 7 to 8 months traveling across Asia, which was an incredible experience. Prior to that, however, we were both based in London, and myself focusing in the investment industry, most recently specializing in environmental impact and natural capital investments. So targeting sustainable timberland, regenerative agriculture, and some conservation projects as well via nature-based solutions. And part of that was trying to identify social impact adjacencies in some of the projects that we would be looking to invest in. And that's really where I encountered some of the work similar to what you yourselves at Mekong Plus are doing across the Mekong Delta, mainly through the social impact side. So looking at local employment, benefit sharing provisions, through investment opportunities, and looking to establish local education programs as well to really ensure that the communities that we were investing in were brought along on that journey. And I think where we are now, or certainly for myself, Felicity can correct me if I'm misrepresenting anything. Teaching in Hanoi has been a fantastic experience, but having seen the ecosystems and met some of the communities that I was previously trying to. Sorry, Ian.
Yeah.
Yes, having seen this part of the world, having lived in Vietnam, it's a country that we love, and we can see that there are hopefully a lot of opportunities where we can use the skill sets that we developed in our careers back in London and apply those in some of the local communities here. And that's really what led us to Mekong Plus. We were looking at the work that you guys have done. Of particular interest to myself is your microfinance and your entrepreneurship programs. It's where I believe there's more adjacencies than my previous experience. But very excited to hear from yourselves about the work you're doing. If there's a way that we could begin to build some hands-on experience in Vietnam by working with an organization such as yourselves, and really where we could try and give back to some of these communities in the country.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Fian, what is the plan now? What is the plan with An Yung? Fian, are you there? Yeah. So what is the plan with An Yung?
Sorry, I didn't catch your what's they said.
No, my question is, what is the plan for Tom and Felicity in An Yung?
So the plan, we should need if they can have the get the permission of the local government, you apply and we proceed the your you come to us.
Yeah. So, and what are the proposed dates? What is the timing?
Until now, the volunteers do not have the exact day. So you should set what you will say the date. What you will want to come on July or August, and we will proceed the ask permission procedure.
Okay. Is that so you ask permission in July or August, or it will be in place so we are able to come in July and August?
It depends on you. What's your prefer the date to come here?
Yeah, early July is
Yes.
perfect. Yeah, I think we come back from the UK on the 3rd of July.
Yes, 3rd July.
And currently just flying back into Hanoi, but then happy to come down to Mekong sort of.
Giờ tháng 6 rồi. Bây giờ thủ tục như thế nào? Tại vì cái thủ tục nó quan trọng. Tại vì bạn muốn qua là mình phải có là cái một cái thông qua một cái tổ chức nào mình mới hợp đồng với đó, và tự nhiên viên chứ không phải lại.
So the most challenge here is how you can get the permission to come here. If you have a kind of volunteer organization success you, it's easier. But if you apply the volunteer here by your individual role, it's more difficult.
Okay.
So what do you propose?
So if you can apply some volunteer organization in UK or any you know, you can apply and we can contact that volunteer organization provide to proceed the.
Okay, so we'd have to contact someone in the UK.
Yeah.
Okay, so would a company? Do you work with companies in the UK who do this?
Company
Không, tự nhiên viên mình phải làm một tổ chức và công ty đó nó có chức năng là để là cung cấp tự nhiên viên hay không?
Yes. Even the company, but your company should have like a function to provide volunteer, foreign volunteer.
Okay, so you have a list of companies that we could contact, and then with them we apply for the visa. And
Felicity, today you are on your own. Are you attached to any organization or what?
No. Well, as employer for teaching, but that visa will come to an end.
Okay.
Nói là trước đây mình
So you're on your own now.
Là sinh viên thực tập á.
Yes. Yeah.
Cái trường giới thiệu qua mình. Phải xác nhận một số bằng cấp, và phải xác nhận có gọi là học thức có lịch sử nữa. Không dịch.
Because before we receive the volunteer, they usually come from college or university, and their school introduce them to us. We have agreement with their school or their college, and we proceed the permission to work here. But now I don't know, you can contact any organization there in the UK.
But Fian and OI, I don't understand really. We and you get volunteers all the time. So why can't you apply to do the same process? Why do you talk now about another organization to introduce Tom and Felicity? Why is that?
đi vào từng cái tổ chức.
Vì mình xin mình phải có một cái thỏa thuận, có một thỏa thuận với một cái tổ chức đó là người này đến là làm.
Tại sao vậy? Lúc trước thì là không có đâu.
Dạ có bạn Na. Lúc trước chẳng hạn như nếu
ví dụ là
trường học
không có. Ví dụ là Constance này không có tổ chức nào đâu.
dạ con xanh thì lúc đó là xin là giảng khách thăm bạn Na. Dạ.
Đúng rồi. Bây giờ sao mình làm như vậy đi?
Chính quyền thì sao không cho bạn Na? Tại vì qua có hỏi rồi thôi, nếu thăm thì trong vòng có thể là 10 ngày nửa tháng thôi.
Sao là bây giờ thay đổi vậy?
Dạ, tại vì lúc trước là mình có xin mấy tháng đó, như hạn xin 1 tháng rồi mình xin nữa, người ta có hỏi là tại sao mà đến đây thăm dự án mà sao là ở trong phòng không, do đó thì khó. Đó mình cũng họ hướng dẫn cho mình là phải có muốn làm tình nguyện viên đến đây thì mình sẽ có cái giấy giới thiệu của tổ chức đó, rồi mình sẽ làm cái hợp đồng với cái tổ chức đó, rồi mình mới xin phép là chứng tỏ là người đó là không thuộc diện cấp phép lao động.
Nếu làm quá trình này là 1 năm là không đủ á, bảo đảm. I think if we follow this process, it will take a year, to get the permission.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So bây giờ là nếu đi mình cho khách là đi thăm thôi, là một thời gian tối đa là bao nhiêu?
Thì trước đây thì mình có thể làm 15 ngày, 14, 15 ngày bạn ta.
Rồi, tại sao là mình không cho 15 ngày, là sau này là mình đi vùng khác, sau này là đi tiếp là 15 ngày nữa? Alo?
Dạ. Để quay hỏi lại bên tỉnh là lúc trước là họ hỏi tại sao mà đi đến đây thăm nhưng mà ở tại văn phòng rồi dạy anh văn nữa, rồi do đó thì để như vậy họ quay hỏi lại cho nó chính xác, họ lại ý kiến họ làm sao, chứ họ theo cái quy trình thủ tục họ bắt mình làm tình nguyện viên là phải làm như vậy.
Mà ở đây là hai người này là không có mục đích là đi dạy đâu, mục đích là đi thăm thôi.
Nhưng thời gian bao lâu bạn đang?
Your goal is not to teach, right? No. Không phải dạy đâu, tại sao là quái đã hiểu lầm rồi, là hồi lại con có muốn vào lòng Mỹ để đi dạy đâu, mà đi thăm dự án là như là các cái team viên khác á.
Nhưng mà cũng cứ thăm nhưng mà phải có cái thời gian cụ thể, cái lịch cụ thể mình mới gửi xin phép chính quyền địa phương được.
Bây giờ là đầu tháng 7 là bây giờ là họ cho phép là bao nhiêu, họ có cho phép 2 tháng không?
Dạ để quay hỏi lại, chứ bây giờ lúc trước mình có xin nhưng mà 2 tháng họ phải cung cấp lịch đầy đủ nữa hơi khó. Do đó thì mình hỏi lại vấn đề này, tại vì nếu mà làm tình nguyện viên thì phải làm theo cái thủ tục như vậy đó, mình đâu có làm sai được, làm sai nữa người ta không cho vào.
Đây thì bây giờ là tối đa là họ cho bao nhiêu?
Để quay hỏi lại bên tỉnh là chính xác lại rồi hãy báo lần nào.
Okay, so they will try to ask the authorities what is the maximum duration for your stay in the Mekong Delta with An Yeung. Maybe it will be short, but if so, what we can do is because we have different projects, that you could be in the Mekong Delta. If they allow 2 weeks, so you could be 2 weeks in the Mekong Delta, and then 2 weeks on another project. Okay. So and then back in the Mekong Delta. This is acceptable by the authorities. But now I think they have to collect this information. Hawaii and Fian, they have to collect this information from the local authorities. As you may know, in Vietnam today there are many changes in the administration. You know, the merging provinces, etc., etc. So just be a little bit patient so that they can come back to you with some clear answer.
Yes, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I guess because we were planning to come back into Vietnam on a sort of 90-day e-visa. So I guess we've been told you might be able to volunteer in Hanoi on that. It might be different for the Mekong Delta. I don't know if that's something else.
It might be different from one province to the next.
Yeah.
And getting the 90 days is okay as a tourist.
Yeah.
But if you are attached to a project, it's different.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the project has to ask permission, but it's at 2 levels. Yeah.
Okay.
Rồi Phi Anh muốn nói gì không?
Yes, yes. In this case, both of you come here not as we don't call you volunteer, but as a visitor for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and we have scheduled for you to go around the project. It's better if we set a volunteer that they should ask us what work of volunteer and many permission procedures should follow. Is very complicated. So if you come as a visitor, you can easily to ask permission.
Okay.
Họ đến đây họ sẽ làm gì? Không vậy họ sẽ làm gì?
So when you come, you should like provide us some like a schedule or itinerary, so that we can arrange and we try to make some work for you.
Fantastic. And do you have any thoughts around what projects we could assist with?
No, you should not talk about assisting because I suppose you don't speak Vietnamese, do you?
No, we do not.
Okay, so all the work is done in Vietnamese.
Okay.
So what you can do in terms of assisting is to work with the team and have some English conversation every day. Okay, so that it will boost their English capacity, because they receive many visitors, funders, they have to write reports, etc. So to boost their English, it's definitely a good thing. Okay, so otherwise, the other thing we are very interested in, because you're from the UK and you're visiting Vietnam. So what is your plan when you go back to the UK?
Well, as things currently stand, we don't have much of a plan to return to the UK permanently. We're back for the month of June for some family events, but then our plan was to return to Vietnam, and ideally we would want to start building on-the-ground experience across various volunteering projects. And we've been speaking to a range of non-profits about hopefully building up a series of projects that we could work with them on across various parts of Vietnam.
Because Anh Duong and the NGOs we are working with are very keen to develop connections in the UK. So if you can help us to connect with groups, who might be interested in funding, in supporting scholarships, different ways, this would be very good. So this would, even facilitate the process with the local authorities, that we can explain to them that, look, they are visiting, but their plan is like a long-term plan. When they go back to the UK, they will try to raise funds from friends and different people for the project in the Mekong Delta. So this, I think, will be more convincing. Otherwise, they are just confused. They don't see what you will do, and they're always a bit paranoid about people visiting. What is the real purpose? Is there any hidden agenda, etc., etc.?
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay, then. And so with that in mind, would it be helpful if we wrote a bit of a proposal around connections that we might be able to speak with in the UK?
Yes.
Just to support the application?
Yes, this is for Phian to give you. On the website of Anh Duong or on the website of Mekong Plus, you have many possible activities to support. Like you have children waiting for a scholarship, or you have poor households waiting for some microloans, etc., etc. So you have many possibilities, and FIAN can help you with whatever, pictures or video clips, etc. So that you can tell, you can say, okay, well, our plan is to support, say, 10 or 15 children. That these are the cases we want to support. And I think the local authorities in the Mekong Delta will be more positive.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, FIAN, is this clear?
Yes. After this meeting, I will contact both of you on the email, and I will send any link or something about An Dương. You can serve for our web, or any activity you want to clarify. I will explain to you, and we plan how you can the time you will come, and how we can arrange what work or what you will come in July.
Okay.
Very, very good. Another thing, you are in Hanoi. Did you visit the Mekong Quilt shop in Hanoi?
No, we haven't. I wasn't aware there was a Mekong Quilt
because
shop.
the products of the shop in Hanoi are made in the Mekong Delta. Okay,
Oh, okay.
on the same project. So I suggest that you visit the shop, the Mekong Quilt shop, talk to the staff, and then that's another thing that you can say, well, we are going back to the UK and we want to promote these products, with our friends, etc. You said there is a family event, fantastic. You can bring some products there to as a gift or whatever, and this will also explain better to the local authorities here in Vietnam, in the Mekong Delta, how you can actually bring practical support.
Okay.
Okay.
That's very helpful.
Okay.
Yeah,
Vian will give you the address of the shop in Hanoi.
Thank
yes,
you.
please. Thank you so much.
Okay, good.
Fantastic. Thank you. So, yeah, some clear next steps there. And fingers crossed we can get this all approved.
Okay,
Okay,
wonderful.
thank you.
Thank you. If you need any support from my side, don't hesitate. But Fian is the main channel, right?
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay. Bye bye then. Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Thank you so much.
Take
Care.
care.
Bye.
Speak soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.